Hello, sporty people, and welcome to the Sporty Side Up. This edition promises to be exciting, promises to be fun, and we'll be bringing you action from the ongoing Africa Nations Championship Chan, the Australia Open, and guess what? The FIFA Best Player list. Let's see who is missing, who is on the short list, and who will be making it to the final list. Stay with me to find out more on this. So Algeria recently inaugurated a 40,000-seater stadium for the hosting of the 2022 Africa Nations Championship. The country is hosting the Chan. The Chan is for players who ply their trade in the continent. That is, domestic players who play in their domestic leagues in their various countries in Africa. So you're looking at the stadium right now. That is the stadium which will be hosting the final game of the tournament. The game has so far recorded upsets. Ghana lost to Madagascar. Madagascar are debutants in the tournament. Remember that Ghana stopped Nigeria from going to this tournament. They beat Nigeria on penalties after aggregate scores ended 2-all. About this stadium that hosted the game between Algeria and Libya, which was the opening match of the tournament, of the Chan tournament, and it will also host the final of the tournament, which will come up on the 4th of February. That stadium was named after a global icon and Nobel Peace Prize winner, the late Dr. Nelson Mandela, the former South African president and an anti-apartheid activist. The stadium is located in Baraki, a suburb of Algiers. That is the capital of Algeria, following a decision by the government of the North African country. Are you also wondering why the stadium was named after the late Nelson Mandela? Take a look at this.
Have made it possible for me to be here today. Algeria is my country. Where men like Ferhat Abbas Ben Mhidi, men like Belkacem Krim, men like Colonel Boumediene, I do not know whether you are aware that I was the first South African to be given military training in Algeria. I went back home feeling that I was a man.
There you have it. That was when the late Nelson Mandela was released from prison in South Africa in 1990. That was after spending years in incarceration for fighting to end the apartheid. The naming of the stadium after Nelson Mandela was a tribute to his legacy. South Africa and Algeria were heavily involved in the fight against colonialism and racism in the 20th century. In fact, Nelson Mandela also got military training from Algeria at the time. To kick off the Chan, the CAF president Patrice Motsepe, who is also South African, was in Algeria, and as expected, he talked about the partnership of the two countries and how beneficial this partnership has been. Why don't you just listen to him?
Salam alaikum. Algeria is the home of all Africans. When I'm in Algeria, I am home. Algeria is the home for the whole of Africa. I want to thank the people of Algeria for welcoming all of the nations for football in Algeria. We are going to make this Chan the best Chan ever in the history of Africa. I also want to thank the President of Algeria, the Prime Minister of Algeria, the government of Algeria, the people of Algeria. I want to thank you on behalf of the 54 nations in Africa. I want to thank my brother, the President of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, for his support for African football. Football brings the people together. We will continue to use football to bring people together and to unite the people of Africa and the people of the world. I wish all of the nations that are here good luck, best performance, and Algeria always, with all of the other 54 nations in Africa, make African football very proud. Thank you very much. God bless you. May the competition begin.
Well, you heard that. Motsepe has said it. Algeria is home to him and all of Africa. Before we go on, let's look at some of the actions at the 2023 African Championships Chan.
Of Congo at a very chilly Miloud Hadfi Stadium here in Oran. There's a lovely ball from Kaiba to Jerome Ngom. Cameroon on the break. Ngom once again, danger for Congo! Lovely shot from Joao Kaiba. Bawaka puts it in. It's fluffed by the keeper! They survive. Now Ngom. Can they make anything from this? Chance here, Basinga's there in the middle as a Prince is there too, and it's fluffed by the keeper. And we're going to half time. It's Cameroon 0, Congo 0. Oh, that's great effort. They've worked it all the way up there. Kemanjo is in the middle. Oh, and it's on goal!
Good cross from Donfa. He's been very good on that left side, bringing all those crosses, and one of his crosses has paid off. And
that's a great run too. It could be a second one, surely. How was that missed by two players? It's a moderately good spell this from Congo. Now then, Harrison forward with a good run. That should have been two. Oh, what a great chance wasted there by Donfa. Well, it's all over. Cameroon 1, Congo 0.
So this next one is something that has got a lot of people talking. For the first time in a while, Cristiano Ronaldo will not be in the FIFA 23 Team of the Year. And this is something that has got a lot of people wondering. Ronaldo has been in the news for a lot of things, for a lot of reasons. Is it his issue with Manchester United that made him do that interview with Piers Morgan, and the fact that his greatest rival, Lionel Messi, claimed the only trophy that they have both desired, which is the FIFA World Cup. Lionel Messi got that just late last year, and let me remind you that Ronaldo managed one goal at the last World Cup in December, which was a penalty in their first group game against Ghana. They won that game 3-2, and Ronaldo scored the first goal of that game. While we wait for the final best 11, have you voted? And who are you voting for? There are 30 attackers, 35 midfielders, 25 defenders, and 10 goalkeepers for fans to vote on. Again, Cristiano Ronaldo was conspicuously missing from the shortlist of the best FIFA Football Awards 2022. Even Mario Balotelli, who a lot of us have not seen in a while, made the shortlist, but there was no Cristiano Ronaldo. It was, well, Ronaldo, the five-time Ballon d'Or winner, now plies his trade with Saudi Arabia, was snubbed. Lionel Messi, World Cup winner, and Kylian Mbappe with France, who were the losers in the final, are both in the run for the prestigious award by FIFA. Have we seen the best of Ronaldo, especially with this his move to Saudi Arabia? Morocco made that list. Their performance at the 2022 World Cup saw them get nominations in three categories. Ashraf Hakimi was nominated for the best FIFA men's player, while their coach, Walid Regragui, is in the run for the best men's coach, and goalkeeper Yassine Bono is in the best goalkeeper category. The other Africans in the shortlist are Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah, who are both running for the best FIFA Men's Player Award. So for the Africans in this category, what are their chances? Let me know in the comment section. I would like to know what you think of their chances. I personally think Sadio Mane is one player that I believe will get to the final three of the award. Here is the full list of nominees. So, two expert panels, one for the women's football and one for the men's football, selected the candidates for the players, goalkeepers, and coaches categories. Voting is open now on the FIFA website and will run until the 3rd of February 2023. FIFA will announce the three finalists in each of the 7 categories listed in early February, and the winners will be announced at a FIFA Best Football Awards ceremony. So, what's your take? Who do you think will win the award? Who are you voting for? Let's see all of that in the comment section. So, do you remember this image? Take a look at this. Do you remember this? Yeah, you guessed right. That is Argentina goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez humping the trophy he won for the Golden Glove of the FIFA 2022 World Cup in Qatar. For that, him and Argentina will be facing punishment from FIFA for that stunt he pulled. The Argentina goalkeeper, as we also went viral last month for his gestures with the award following the penalty shootout that got them the win at the World Cup final against France. He apologized for that later and said that it was in response to the booing from France fans. But FIFA is not hearing any of that and they are going to be punished for that. A statement from the governing body said that there were multiple breaches of their disciplinary code both during and after the final in Doha. Yes, after the final game, there was a footage from inside the Argentina dressing room which showed Martinez calling for his teammates to observe a moment's silence for the death of Mbappe after the shootout victory. What's your take on that? Was it wrong for him? Is FIFA punishment enough, or is FIFA punishment an overreaction? Tell me what you think about that. Finally, controversy has continued to surround Russia and Belarus in sports. This time it is at the ongoing Australian Open. Now, the Russian and Belarusian flags have been banned from the Melbourne Park precinct during the Australian Open. But this was after a complaint from the Ukraine ambassador to Australia and New Zealand. The ambassador posted some images on the Twitter page condemning the public display of Russian flag during the game, and the picture showed a Russian flag hanging from a bush beside the court where Russian female player Katerina Bandel was playing her first round match. The ambassador condemned the public display of the flag during the game, and Tennis Australia responded by banning the flags of the two countries. Belarus being banned for their support of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And so far, they've been banned from football and some other sports. Wimbledon banned the two countries from competing. Players from both countries can compete under neutral flags. The statement from Australia Open organizers said the ban is effective immediately, and they have said they will continue to work with players and fans to ensure a very good environment to enjoy the sport. Again, was the decision a good call or a bad one? What's your take on this? So we'll leave you with footages of Novak Djokovic's return to Melbourne to the Australian Open after a year due to the COVID controversy that got him deported from Australia last year. This time he'll be hoping to clinch one more title to get him at par with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. Meanwhile, Rafael Nadal is out of the Australian Open. The Spaniard will not get a chance to defend the title he won last year in the absence of Djokovic. The Spaniard lost to American Mackenzie McDonald, who took a medical timeout towards the end of the second set. He lost that game 6-4, 6-3, 7-5. That's the earliest exit of Nadal at the Australian Open since 2016. So going back to Djokovic, he got a rowdy welcome at the Australian Open where he beat Caballas Baena of Spain in 3 straight sets. That has got to be one of his easiest wins at the game. That's it for this edition of the Sporty Side Up. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about all that we have